All right, welcome to my nagging obsession. I am 83 days clean and sober. I went to rehab back in October, had almost 100 days and relapsed. Ended up going back to the rehab, pretty much doing the 90 days. I'm actually at 83. I left a little early because I have my grandkids' uh, baseball tournament this weekend, and I pretty much completed what I needed to do at this particular rehab. Um, what I want to talk about today is I want to. I'm trying to help people understand, and hopefully with my story, uh, help somebody. For the last year, I have been dealing with a kratom extract slash 7-hydroxymetragenine addiction. It began back in April of 2024, and we are just now coming out of this. How did this all start? I'm going to give you a little bit of history uh, and try to explain a little bit how this works. And let me just make this note. If you're not an addict, this may not apply to you. If you're one of those type of people that can put something down and it doesn't become a life-controlling problem for you, you don't have that addictive gene, it's probably not something you would benefit from, right? But for people that have an addictive nature, um, very addictive personalities, this is something you might want to pay attention to. Number one, I first started taking kratom in 2017. Okay, just like every time I've ever relapsed, I was at a gas station, standing in line in 2017. I saw these little packages. Got a note. I was 8.5 years sober at the time. No drugs, no drinking, no weed, no nothing. Clean and sober. And for some reason, the package said relaxation on it. It was like gold with these black stripes, almost like a zebra stripe. And for some reason, I picked it up and really didn't even know what it was. It was just drawn to the word relaxation. Took it home and took a few of them and got a little bit of a sensation. Nothing major. I really, at the time, did not consider that a relapse. Looking back now, after going through what I'm about to explain, everything that I've gone through, it was a relapse because it altered my mind. It changed how I felt, and I wanted that more and again and again and again. And that's the crux of addiction, is that people like us, we don't know how to stop. So I began taking kratom, kind of chasing this feeling. Kratom never really got me high. It was almost like the only way that I can describe kratom for me when I take small or large amounts is that it's like if you gave me half of a hydrocodone, it would just kind of almost take you there, but not quite. And if you took more and more and more, it would never do anything past that. I've heard it referred to as the ceiling. Okay. So I went in and out with kratom over the next few years. And obviously went back to drugs and alcohol and all this during this time, which I'm not proud of. Coming around to 2024 of last year, April, I was almost 2.5 years clean. I was in a gas station again, saw the kratom shots, extracts, and the little voice in me told me, don't do it. The other little voice said, you can handle it. I battled back and forth. And a couple of days later, I went back to the same gas station and I bought a kratom shot. Now, I noticed immediately that there was a little bit different feeling. Obviously on the bottles, it says 1/6 of a little bitty bottle is a serving. So I probably took a swig and took half. So I probably did 3 servings with 1 swig. I immediately felt, like, I'm not going to say I was high, but like I took a whole hydrocodone. That's what the opiates do to me. They give me energy. I felt a sensation, got energy, and I began to take kratom extracts on a regular basis. And the addict in me started to come out because I wanted it every day, and I didn't necessarily have the ability to stop it. So here's what happened. Within a couple of months of taking the kratom extracts after work, kind of like a person drinking a beer, I go into the vape shop to buy my kratom, and the guy says, hey, I got something new. I didn't know it was 7-hydroxymetragenine. He just said it was better than the kratom shot. The addict in me, obviously, I mean, he talked me into it. I started taking 7-hydroxys. So here you have my beginning with kratom in 2017, and now you have in 2024 the extracts, and then the pinnacle to me would be the 7-hydroxymetragenine. So I started taking the metragenine, 7-hydroxymetragenine, and immediately I knew this was totally different than the extracts, totally different than kratom. Got me high. Full on, felt like a couple of, good pain pills. Thus I began taking this, and within a couple of months, I've shared this on my other video, but I just wanted to share how this cycle of addiction began. And basically about 4 months into this whole thing, from April, May, June, and July, I started realizing I had a problem. And I had never been addicted to opiates. I've never been through withdrawals. I went through withdrawals. I lost my job. I couldn't maintain. I was spending almost $100 a day. And so the story goes. So what's the point of this message? It's just to let you understand, if you're an addict, be careful. Because I went to rehab for 37 days, thought I was fixed and good, got out. Just a host of things happened that I wasn't really ready for. And I relapsed on alcohol, and then I started taking a little bit of the 7-hydroxys again, and I just realized this is like going nowhere, because I, once again, really didn't have the money to pay for this habit. These 7-hydroxys can get expensive. A year ago, they were about $10 a pill. I think they've come down considerably now because they're making so much more. Here's the thing. I'm 83 days clean. Working towards that 90 days on Sunday. And I just want to start keeping a journal, a vlog of my recovery. And if there's anybody out there who has experienced what I've experienced, to please reach out, because I do feel like I'm alone. When I was in rehab talking about kratom and all this, man, half the people don't even know what it is. A lot of people did, but a lot of people didn't. A lot of people laugh. It's not funny, man. I mean, an addict needs to they need to know, if they're going to touch this stuff, that, there's a potential for addiction. And that's really why I wanted to share this. It kind of starts with the kratom. It can go to the kratom extracts, and then you end with the 7-hydroxymetragenine. And this stuff is dangerous. And no, people out there that need this, that can control it, and it has its purpose, I totally 1000% agree with that. I'm speaking from an addictive, person who can't control it perspective. So just wanted to share, that I just got out of rehab. I'm not proud of it, but I had to humble myself. I'm back on the grind trying to get my recovery, and I hope this can help someone. God bless.